This is a list world. We're into lists.
We do live
People
in a
are
list
into
world.
bottom. Like you look at some shows on TV and you can't. They shrink the screen. What the actual show is only taking up a third of the screen. No, seriously, I'm looking to Get Up right now, and I can't even see. I can't even see the beautiful beard and hair combo of Greeny.
Is it Greeny back?
Yeah, he's right there.
Oh man, he was gone.
You got a square, and then a bigger square, and then a bigger, and then down the side are like betting lines and underneath. I mean, whatever. Lists. I got one.
Let's go.
I got another one. You ready? I need NFL Films music, Jay Felly. I need NFL Films music all set up. And if this lights up a phone line, so be it.
They're not already lit.
I don't know. 844-204-RICH, number to dial. Top 5 quarterbacks in 2022
Dak
that
Prescott.
you want to have in a must-win game. Dak Prescott, spoiler alert, not on the list.
No, this list is not valid.
Top 5 quarterbacks that you want to have in a must-win, do or die 2022 National Football League game. And I'm going to start with the controversy. I don't think the top of the list is very controversial, but the bottom might be. Because I'm putting on this list at number 5 a guy that has been battered and banged up in recent days about not being able to win the big one for his team, despite the winning of the regular season, setting him up not only with the top seed in his conference, but also most valuable player awards, plural.
Oh,
More than one.
Aaron Rodgers is number 5 on this list.
Rodgers.
Yes,
Really?
he is. Everybody's like, well, guess what? They're the top seed. Guess what? He's the MVP. Who cares? Because when it comes to actually winning in Lambeau Field, couldn't get past Tom Brady a couple years ago. Couldn't get past a guy who has now taken an $18 million pay cut to be a backup for the team that's passed him over. Yeah, they lost to Jimmy Garoppolo at home. And it's all set up. But Aaron Rodgers is still the MVP of this league. He is still neck up one of the top quarterbacks in the history of this league, and the throws that he puts on his receivers. You want to talk about, everyone's talking about catchable balls. Everyone's talking about accurate football throwing. Aaron Rodgers is still the top of the class, elite of the elite. And when you put all that together, you need that guy under center in shotgun in a must-win game, and certainly can win it with his legs as well. It's just, S happens. He's a 39-year-old guy, and he's got a lot of S going on, 38.
Something like that.
He's still number 5 on my list, and I know that's controversial, and certainly in Packerland, for those who might be like, well, who's above him? And number 4 on my list is somebody who's hardly done it at all in the NFL, but I'm taking him because he has shown the ability to win must-win games towards the end of last year and throughout the playoffs last year. I am taking Joe Burrow, number 4 in this list. To win a must-win game in the NFL in 2022,
Interesting.
I am taking a guy who's taken it in the chin repeatedly over and over and over again and gets back up and wins football games and figures out how to do it, moves the chains when he needs to, not only to set up his, dynamite ice and veins place kicker, but also to keep you from getting the ball back. This guy has all of that and the biscuit and the swagger that you need in the huddle after the post-game press, during the post-game press conference to set things up for your next week. You want a must-win game quarterback in 2022? That seems to be Joe Burrow to me. And I know I'm taking somebody who's hardly done it over a guy on a list, because list you got to order him, in Aaron Rodgers. Number 3 on this list is a guy who has taken it absolutely from all comers. We're now in this stage of his career where he's got to have 90 touchdowns to win MVP because he's won it before. He's got to have at least a perfect postseason, perfect clean sheet postseason, and win it all and the MVP because he's done that before too, in order to be considered still one of the greats when it comes to receivers who have left him, and it comes to unnamed defensive coordinators who say all he does is play street ball. I'll take his street ball in a must-win game. Patrick Mahomes is number 3 on this list.
Yeah, he might even should probably be higher.
He's number 3 on this list. For me, I'm taking him when you've got to win a football game. And I know I'm taking him over the guy who beat him in the AFC Championship game last year. But that's my list, and I'm sticking to it. And I'm taking over him as number 2 on my list, the guy who he beat in the AFC divisional round. Although it just goes to show you that even if you have this quarterback under center in shotgun in a must-win game, you still, with all due respect, sorry to bring it up, you still need to make sure you finish the last 13 seconds of the game to back up his play. I am taking Josh Allen, number 2 on this list, the Mandalorian quarterback, as I have called him, because this is the way he shows the Buffalo Bills his way, and the defenses just wilt when Josh Allen has the football and has everything going his way. You just feel every drop back is going to be a chunk play, a scoring play, or a totally demoralizing run by this guy once all breaks down. And he just takes it right up the gut on you and just hits you in the mouth, or he leapfrogs you. You just feel there's a sense of inevitability when he gets things rolling at the quarterback position. And that's why I take Josh Allen, number 2 in a must-win game. But number 1 on this list is number 1 on every list. And this guy is 45 years old, and you cannot bet against him. And in any must-win game of his entire career, more often than not, he comes out on top. And, of course, it's Tom Brady atop this list.
Absolutely.
In 2022, it's still the same as 2002. You want the kid. Now he's just a GOAT. And that's that. I don't think I need to back up my words at all, other than the fact that he's Tom friggin' Brady. And you go take somebody else if you want to win a must-win game. I'll take him.
Yeah, it's like I'm Chevy Chase and you're not. He's Tom Brady
And you're not.
You're not.
And that right there is my top 5 list of quarterbacks that you want to have in a must-win game in 2022 in the NFL season.